Nick Thickman fam, and welcome back to another Creepypasta reading. As always, I am Nick Thickman. Today's Creepypasta is known as The Great Baltimore Fire. I personally find this one to be very compelling. It might even be one of the best of all time. The ending is truly worth waiting for, so be sure to stick around to it. In all cases though, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's start the reading. On February 7th, 1904, among the plumes of smoke that bellowed from those Baltimore streets, a child was born. His mother wore a solemn smile in tattered clothes as she cradled her infant and watched her home burn. The child was named Ash, a constant reminder of the events that transpired on that dismal day. Throughout Ash's childhood, he had loved to watch the flame dance and flicker from within his bedroom lantern. His mother had warned him, though this flame is fragile, if given a chance, this very flame could bring ruin upon our city once again. Days passed and Ash grew. He eventually became a hard-working coal miner. While his body suffered from the harsh working conditions his work provided, his pride remained strong. Ash regularly ended his shifts with a cold pint at his favorite tavern, Stinky's. Ash often caught the eyes of the tavern owner's daughter, Morgan. Morgan worked as a barmaid for her father. She had intended on working for a few months until she had saved enough money to travel. However, as the years passed, her dreams seemed to fade further and further. Morgan found comfort in entertaining fantasies of starting a family with Ash. She wiped the whiskey-soaked counter, her eyes fixed upon Ash. After a long day and a few more pints than usual, Ash decided to approach Morgan and ask her to dinner. Years later, during the Second World War, Ash and Morgan were wed. For years, they've tried to conceive a child to no avail. Ash had been drafted and was about to ship out within the week. During their last night together, the lovers shared a passionate, yet forlorn night. Morgan was now with child, while Ash was never to return home again, except in a coffin. Morgan named her bastard child Luke, and raised him alone. She warned Luke of the ravages of war, and explained that without knowledge of history, man was destined to repeat its most heinous offenses. Luke became increasingly infatuated with history, and desired to be a scholar of the subject. Luke had become a professor at Yale, and had created a good life for himself. On the first day of his 13th year as professor, a blonde freshman, 19 years old with an hourglass figure, had taken a seat directly in front of Luke's podium. Luke had never considered himself a lustful man, and in most cases would never dream of laying down with one of his students. His standing with the college was paramount, and Luke preferred to play by the rules. The blonde's name was Sandra, and she had proven to be a less than exemplary student, often missing class and maintaining a subpar GPA. Near the end of her first semester, it seemed certain that she would fail her history class. Sandra sought to find a solution to her inevitable failure and approached Luke after class. Luke expressed that there was no way that she would be able to salvage her poor marks in class, and Sandra began to unbutton her blouse. Luke submitted to her advances, and the two made love. Months later, Sandra's belly grew. She was carrying Luke's child. When rumors began to spread, Luke resigned from his position at Yale and rented a house off campus where he and Sandra lived. The two eventually wed and managed to maintain a comfortable lifestyle with them and their son William. William was a fine boy. With the exception of a slight speech impediment, he was perfect in every way. William was raised on his father's story of their family lineage. While other children were reading bedtime stories, William's father would recount great battles of his forefathers and tales of bootleggers. William retained a great deal of his father's stories. When William was in his late 30s, he was given a chance to appear in Jeopardy! Being a longtime fan of the show, William jumped at the chance. Near the end of his first appearance on the show, he had drawn a daily double. The questions read as follows. In 1904, this fire ravaged a town in Maryland. William's heart raced as he recalled the countless stories of his grandparents.
It's all coming together.
What is the Baltimore Fire? He had done it! As Alex Trebek congratulated William, William said, "I'm so happy I got to be here. I love Jeopardy." Alex interjected and said, "It's Jeopardy, not Jeopardy." William felt his heart sink. He had been saying the name of his favorite show wrong all his life. William was found dead in a motel room 3 days after his tragic appearance on Jeopardy! Not fucking Jeopardy!